Welcome to the very first episode of Behind the Lyrics. I'm Elena Rodriguez. I am the author of Crowned by Faith. You can see my little notes in here, what we're going to talk about tonight. But I am the author of Crowned by Faith and actually the creator of the soundtrack that goes with it. And so tonight we are diving into chapter 1. So if you have your book, go grab it, grab your coffee, grab your drink, grab your soda, your water, whatever you got with you tonight, grab your book and feel free to follow along. But tonight we're going to be diving into chapter 1, and it's called Carrying Boxes and Broken Promises. And the song that was born from that chapter is called The Dust Didn't Define Me. This is the space we're creating right here where the pages and the music, they meet. Okay, Behind the Lyrics is about bringing it all together. It's about where the story behind the story gets told. This is the time where you actually get to ask me questions, because I'm just going to be honest. I'm sure as you're reading along or you're listening along, there might be something in there that you're like, man, I wish I knew this. Well, now's your time. Now's your chance. So if you're coming across this, feel free to ask your questions. And if you catch this on the replay, you catch this a little bit later, feel free to let me know that too. And I will still come back in and I will still answer your questions. But if you have read chapter 1 and you're tuning in, let me know that. Let me know that, because no matter how long I've been doing this and no matter how confident I am and proud of this project, I still want to know. I still want to know what you think. So if you have read chapter 1, let me know. Drop that in the comments. But also, guys, let us know where you are tuning in from. Just let me know where around the globe you are tuning in from. And it would just be great to know, where are we reaching tonight? I have no idea. So here we go. Carrying boxes and broken promises. This first chapter, it's pretty raw, not in the sense that it's just out there in your face, but it's pretty raw because the emotion that I had to go through behind it, this is the core of it all. And it's not filtered, but it is the moment for me where I realized that my childhood innocence collided with abandonment, and I never knew. I never even knew that word for like almost 50 years. So that's why it's very raw for me. It's something that in that moment, looking back while I was writing, that I realized something inside of me cracked in that moment. And I didn't know how to put it into words or verbalize it or even recognize it. I realized that today, looking back 50 years, that I couldn't even recognize it. So what we're going to do in this type of Behind the Lyrics show is, as we dip into little sections of the chapter, I'm going to give you like 1 or 2 line snippets of the song. And if you've listened to the soundtrack, you're going to know that it hits like all different kinds of genres, from English, country, some gospel soul, to really deep, dark, emotional, to Spanish. There's just so much in the soundtrack because it wasn't designed to like push music sales. It was designed to take you on the emotional journey that I was on throughout the book. So we're going to hear our very first clip, and then I will be back to talk about the part in the book that refers to.
On a long gravel road where the memories lay, a little girl stood watching him drive away.
And that is all you get. I've got many screens going on here, so if you have me pause just a little bit, that's okay. Actually, with us being live, we are going to be airing this on Prospera TV network. And so I'm really excited for that. So look for that being aired again. But right now, as we are live, I would love to hear from you. I would love to see what comments or questions that you have for me. So if you have, number one, received the book, let me know. Number two, if you have actually read chapter 1, let me know that too. And if you've listened to the song, be sure to tell us. So in this chapter 1, with the song, The Dust Didn't Define Me, I'm going to take you into the very, very opening journey of it. So I'm 8 years old. I'm carrying a big box of vinyl records up the stairs. My arms are stretched so far around it that my elbows were trembling. My little muscles, they were burning, and sweat beads are on my forehead. And because I'm too short to see over the top, I only can watch the cream plush carpet at my feet. And I take careful, slow steps. I try to talk to my dad while I climb, but my breath won't cooperate, and my words don't really make much sense. He doesn't seem to hear me anyway. Still, I want to help. I want to be useful. Mostly, I want him to see me helping and be proud. This feels like a good chance to be with him, which is all I really want. And so this was the moment that I can pinpoint. The moment that that little me was trying so hard to be seen. And I didn't know, looking back, that little girl, she didn't know she was about to be broken. I just wanted to be seen. I just wanted to help. This is why I opened the chapter this way and opened really the whole book this way. Because sometimes the moment that breaks us, it starts as an ordinary day. We don't see it coming. We can't prepare for it. We can't safeguard our hearts. Sometimes it's just an ordinary day. At that time, I wasn't carrying just a box. I was carrying hope. I was trying to be enough. I was trying to matter. Now, I don't know if you've ever been impacted by what started as just an ordinary day. And maybe you can look back and realize that a bomb was actually dropping in your life. Because I know I can't be the only one that has felt that way. But I know in that day, the 8-year-old little girl that felt so excited to just try to help her dad carry boxes had no idea what was ahead. But let's go into our second clip and we'll come back and talk about that.
The crunch of gravel under my little shoes. Each step felt heavy, filled with heartache and blues.
Filled with heartache and blues. So in this next part, okay, we aren't loading boxes for his place across town. We're loading boxes for goodbye. He's getting ready to drive across the country to Arizona. A new wife, 2 children younger than me, strangers, yet I'm expected to call brother and sister. I stand in the gravel as he pulls away. The tires roll and the road answers, one slow pop at a time, like someone trying to tiptoe across cracked glass. A crunch, a pop, and then nothing. Dust rises behind him and blurs the space between us, glittering and stinging at the same time. I don't remember if I cry. I don't think I do. I think he's just I think he's just going back to his apartment. What I do remember is the sudden heaviness, like I swallow a giant bowling ball and it lodges in my throat where it will sit for years. Now, the reason that the dust is just so significant to me is because when we lived on the long gravel road that was, our house was tucked back so far, that's all that was left. As his car drove away, and you drive fast down gravel, you know how it kicks up behind you, and that vision, that imprint will like never leave me. I still see it, I still smell it, I still feel it. And when I wrote that moment, I literally could still feel the gravel under my feet. I could still hear when the tires take off very slow and it starts that crackle sound. And so that's why in the song, it talks about under my little feet. I was 8 years old. And it's just a moment that I will never forget. I can still see the sun setting. I can still feel almost like the confusion. When I feel like I swallowed that bowling ball, it was like confusion, but I didn't really know because I didn't know he was leaving. I thought he was just going across town to his apartment. So looking back, that's why this chapter is one of the hardest and why we had to start with it, because it's the start of everything. It's the start of everything. And even then, I just didn't have the language for abandonment yet. I don't know if you've ever felt that. We have a comment here. Oh, Gina, I was there too, just stuck in my room, minding my own business. I didn't want to face it either. I love you, sissy. Yeah, and this whole project has been amazing because I don't really know where it came from or why it needed to come out now or what God is planning on doing with it. I just know that I'm walking in obedience on it. And to look at things from my perspective, it's been amazing for my sister as well, and even for my mom. But at that time, I didn't have the language for abandonment yet. I never even contributed these being the two things. I didn't think being left and kind of feeling in that moment alone and feeling that my whole life, that's what abandonment is. Like, I don't know why I never put two and two together. I think maybe because my dad was still there. He was just in another state. But all I know is that day, something inside of me got quiet. And quiet, like in a way that it shouldn't have. I shouldn't at 8 years old have felt like I needed to hold that in. Although when you're that young, how do you even know how to process emotion? You just don't. So if you are there, show some love in the chat because it's emotional for me. It's hard for me. It is the core of so many decisions and choices in my life, so much pain in my life. And the thing is, with these chapters, we end each one looking at all of these experiences through the lens of God's love. So it doesn't hurt me today the way that it hurt me then, because I actually see the gift in it and it's allowed me to become who I am today. But it doesn't mean that feeling doesn't still peek through there. So if you are there, show me some love. But especially if you have ever felt someone leave you before you were ready to say goodbye, or before you even had the words to understand what was happening in that moment. So as we continue on, we're going to go into another little clipping and we'll come back and talk about it.
The dust didn't define me. It shaped who I am. In the heart of the struggle, I learned how to stand when life throws the hardest. It's a chance to find grace in the soil of sorrow. My strength took its place.
All right, now she's really belting it out. But it goes back to, that was a lie. The dust didn't define me. And if that can just be a a visual representation, just the cloudy dust, the stuff that leaves you confused, the stuff that makes you feel hidden. That's a lie. It doesn't define you. All right. So as we continue on, and again, these are just little clips. I'm going to go through 5 of them. So we're on number 3 already. And there's still many pieces out of chapter 1 that I am not picking. You can read those for yourself. But if you have read it and you do have questions, drop them down. So that afternoon on the gravel road plants a belief that burrows deep and prints itself on my choices for years. If my dad could leave me, anyone can. If the man who should see the most beautiful baby girl in the world when he looks at me, the man who should love me more than any other, if he can leave, then anyone can. I must not be worth staying for. I must not be enough to love. And let me tell you something, guys. To have a belief like that imprinted on your soul, I like to call those soul tattoos, at 8 years old, boy, does that impact a lot of choices that you make throughout the rest of your life. That belief followed me for decades. It followed me into relationships. It followed me into motherhood. It followed me into marriages. I say marriages. It followed me into widowhood. But it's also followed me into my calling at times. Am I enough? Who am I? Why do I think I can do this? I'm not special. God, why are you choosing me? I think you made a mistake. I'm supposed to do what? I mean, there's so much doubt that can creep in when you think you're not worthy enough to love. And when you're 8 years old and you receive that belief without even knowing, man, it can make life really, really complicated. Really complicated. And here's the thing. Sometimes those deepest wounds, they don't bleed. They're not those kind of wounds. And they simply whisper and they linger and they hang on and they cause doubt. They cause fear. They cause insecurity. They can just whisper around. It's not like big, heavy wounds that everyone can see. That little whisper, when they lie about your worth. They lie about your own lovability. Is that a word? Your ability to be loved. They lie about just even your identity. Who am I? If I'm not enough for my own dad to love me, who am I? That's when you start questioning, God, why am I here? God, why am I not special enough? And at 8 years old, you might not even really think to turn to God and ask those questions. I know I didn't. So I'm just curious with you. Have you ever had a childhood moment that shaped you the way that you have seen yourself as an adult? And if you have, you don't need to share it unless you want to share it. But the thing is it's important to know that you're not alone. I think many of us have. Maybe many of us are going through something right now and we don't even recognize that that's the reason why. Maybe you haven't actually discovered yours yet. But if you have, and you know that a childhood moment shaped how you saw yourself as an adult, please just know that today can be the day that all changes. And that it's okay. It's never too late to begin. Oh, we got Yada. Yada says, absolutely. And still comes to my mind from time to time. Oh, I get it. So we're going to go through another little piece of chapter 1. And this time I'm going to just read this part. In every chapter, we have a section called Through the Lens of God's Love. So why it is so important for me to let you know that is because, yes, my story is the story in the chapter, but it's really there as simply an example. Because God has asked me to help you look through certain circumstances in your own life through his lens of love. And that's what I've been able to do. I've shared the experience and those moments of impact, but as I look at them today through God's love, where was he at when I was 8 years old? Where was he at when my dad drove away and I was left standing there? Like, what was he seeing? That's the gift that he gave me through this project and the gift that I'm here to share with you. That's what this book is about. So through the lens of God's love.
If today's episode speaks to you, Crowned by Faith is the book behind these stories and songs. You can order your copy at crownedbyfaithcollective.com.
So through the lens of God's love, I don't see a little girl abandoned in a cloud of dust. I see a child chosen by God, being prepared for a strength she couldn't name yet. What felt like abandonment became the birthplace of resilience. Now, the crazy thing is, as I've been dubbed the comeback queen, as people have asked, how did you make your comeback? How have you come back? That's all resilience. And as I was writing this, as I was able to look at that little girl and see her strength and see her perseverance and see her resilience, I realized that little 8-year-old little girl, she's the comeback queen. And that's a beautiful thing. So let's listen to one more little part here.
Now I walk through the valleys where shadows reside, with faith my companion and hope as my guide.
Yes, with faith as my companion and hope as my guide. That's a moment that everything shifts. When you stop seeing the pain through your own eyes, and I talked about this earlier today, but when you can stop seeing the pain through your own eyes and start seeing it through God's eyes, that dust, it wasn't destruction. It was preparation. It was preparing me. That dust, it didn't define me. It shaped me. And that's why the song is called The Dust Didn't Define Me. It shaped me. And so in the book, in every chapter, after the Through the Eyes of God's Love, there's a crowned truth segment. There's a lot of pieces to every single chapter that are designed to help you dig through some things that maybe you still need to dig through so that you can tap into that gold, that you can tap into the excellence of who you are, that you can see the beautiful and magnificent creation that God created in you, that maybe pain has blocked, or maybe pain has stopped in its tracks. I'm here to help you see that pain differently. And I'm here to help you step into a new level. It's your time. God says, I don't say, God says, as he has helped me through my own journey. So in the crowned truth, here's a truth. Abandonment can mark you, but it cannot measure you. God can turn the deepest wounds into seeds of resilience, teaching you to rise, to trust, and to know that he has never left your side. That's a truth. Abandonment can't mark you. You're not an orphan, even if everybody left you, because God's got you. God loves you. You are his child. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are worthy. And that's a crowned truth. That's from him. Let's listen to one more section here.
On a long gravel road where the past lays to rest, I'm not just that little girl, I've grown to be blessed with his love as my armor and my heart set free. The dust didn't define me, it taught me to believe.
So the whole purpose behind the dust is it's, what do we call that? A metaphor? Chances are you have some dust. Chances are you have some dust in your life. You might need to get the wipes out and clear that up. But if you have ever felt that someone's leaving meant that you weren't enough, please take a moment and hear me. Just hear me tonight. The dust didn't define you either. It may have settled. It may have coated things for a while. It may have made things blurry, maybe fuzzy, maybe even in your own life as you're seeking that clarity, you can't really see it. Well, chances are you got some dust to clean up. But it didn't bury you. And God was already planting something in that soil, whether it be, we're just going to call the dust like soil right now. God, chances are there's something in there for you. But what happens is we're afraid. We're afraid to look at it because it hurt us at one time. And who wants to step into pain? Who wants to say, oh, yay, that hurt me, so let me go back in and like open it all up? Who really ever wants to do that? But I'm here to tell you that if you look at those moments through God's love, it's going to be different. I'm not going to say it's not going to sting a little bit, but you're actually going to see the beauty in it, and you're going to see your strength in it. And when that can change everything in your life forward, isn't it worth it? Isn't it worth a temporary moment of like, ooh, ouch, to be able to live the rest of your life transformed? So yes, God was already planting something in that dust. And so as we begin to wrap things up tonight, I actually just want to pray over you, if that's okay. I don't know what your beliefs are. I don't know who you pray to. I don't know if you pray, but I like to pray to my God. He's my grand overall designer. He's my main man. I don't do anything without him. He goes before me everywhere, all the time. Like, he's in my head, my conversation, my heart. He's my best friend. So I just want to say, God, thank you. Thank you for every person watching tonight, whether it's live or whether you catch the replay or whether you catch this on Prospera TV Network or Crowned by Faith Collective, wherever this ends up crossing you, it's meant to. So I just want to say, God, thank you for every person watching who carries memories of loss or abandonment. Let them feel your presence in the little places where others walked away. Remind them that your love never leaves. Turn their dust into strength, resilience, and ultimately purpose. Amen. So next Tuesday, we're going to dive into chapter 2, which is Grandma's Faith, My Foundation. And the song is actually called Mi Abuela, Mi Fe, which is my grandma, my faith in Spanish. And that song is in Spanish, and we will be able to break the lyrics down for you. But what I want to ask of you is, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to Crowned by Faith. We are on YouTube. We are on Prospera on YouTube. Every single little bit of support goes a long way. Please share this video if it helped you in some way tonight. Maybe it's helping you realize that dust that you've been walking around in, it's time to clean it up. God planted gold there, but it's buried, and it's time to clean it up so you can find it. But I also want to say that if you have not yet gotten your copy, feel free to do that so that you can follow along for the next 16 weeks. We're going to be coming week after week after week, and we're going to dive a little deeper each time. And I hope that you will show up with your book, and I hope that you will show up with your questions, because I would love to answer any question you have for me that surfaced while you were reading, because of course not everything could go in the chapter, but man, is there so much. And I would love to be able to answer your question. Don't sit in that curiosity. Just ask. I'll tell you. Trust me, I will. So you can grab your copy at crownedbyfaithcollective.com. And there's a little button on there that says get the book, and just purchase it from there. But we will be doing this every week, so I hope that you will follow us along. And also, I'm going to end by playing the full video. I hope you stick around to watch it. And I just want to say that I absolutely love you. Thank you for sharing your time with me. And if these lyrics or these words touched you in some way, please let me know. This is very, how do I want to say? This is me stepping out of my comfort zone as well, because it's very personal. I'm actually kind of nervous tonight. I don't know if you can tell. Even though I'm so comfortable coming on here talking about all my other stuff, but this is so intimate, and it's such a personal project, and it's basically my whole soul just ripped open and exposed, that it's kind of scary. So any love and support that you can pour over me over this, and even prayer over me over this, is greatly appreciated. But I just want to let you know once again, the dust didn't define me, and it won't define you either. Good night, and we'll see you next week.
On a long gravel road where the memories lay, a little girl stood watching him drive away. Dust clouds rising high till they swallowed him whole. In the silence that followed, she wrestled her soul. The crunch of gravel under my little shoes, each step felt heavy, filled with heartache and blues. The house felt empty, too loud in the night, waiting for shadows to bring back the light. Daddy's laughter echoed in the corners of my mind, but the door stayed closed, left the world blind. Yet somewhere deep down, a whisper rang true, that the God of the heavens was holding me too. The dust didn't define me, it shaped who I am. In the heart of the struggle, I learned how to stand. When life throws the hardest, it's a chance to find grace. In the soil of sorrow, my strength took its place. Through the fields of my memories, I wandered alone, It's a chance to find grace in the soil of sorrow. My strength took its place. Now I walk through the valleys where shadows reside, with faith my companion and hope as my guide. The gravel road leads to a future unknown, but I'm not just a girl, I've finally grown. Resilience like roots, going deeper each day. With the dust as my witness, I'll be here to stay. So I lift my hands high, feeling grace in the air, embracing the journey, every cross that I bear. From the weight of that dirt, a flower will bloom. The dust didn't define me, it cleared all the gloom. So here's to the moments that molded my soul. In the light of my Savior, I finally feel home. On a long gravel road where the past lays to rest, I'm not just that little girl, I've grown to be blessed. With His love as my armor and my heart set free, the dust didn't define me, it taught me to believe. Crowned by faith, crowned by faith, this is my comeback dance. I walk through nights I never talked about, pero mírame ahora shining anyway. God helped me when I felt alone, and now my heart beats louder, brighter, ready to claim everything He promised. No more hiding who I am, no more dimming this glow. He turned my scars into stories, and my stories into fuego. I'm crowned by faith, look at me shining bright. He healed my corazón and helped me win this long fight. I rise con fe, with joy in my veins, dancing out the darkness like it never had my name. Crowned by faith, that's who I am. Crowned by faith, this is my comeback dance. This is your Prospera era, where dreams align with grace, abundance flows like rivers. You've stepped into your place. Rise, reign, and remember, you were born to shine. Welcome to your moment, Prospera, it's time.
We hope you enjoyed today's show on Prospera TV Network. Make it a point to visit us on YouTube and catch all your favorite shows anytime you want. Interested in hosting a show of your own? Or advertising your business on our network? Contact Elena Rodriguez.
We were lightning, caught in gentle hand, chasing forever. We didn't understand. You felt like peace in a restless skin, a quiet truth I was breaking in. was too real. We learned the cost and what we feel. Still your name hums low beneath my breath, a song that never rests. We're older now, walking separate lines, but I still see your shadow next to mine. Worlds apart, but something remains. Love like ours just changes names. If timing's the thief, I'm still holding tight to the hope you'll find me in another life. We cross paths in the quiet years, smile soft but heavy with what disappears. You say you're fine, I say I'm too, both knowing neither one is true. I've let go of blame, but not of faith, that maybe grace rewrites our fate. It's not goodbye, just a pause, till heaven honors what we lost. We're older now, walking separate lines, but I still see your shadow next to mine. Worlds apart, but something remains. Love like ours just changes names. If timing's the thief, I'm still holding tight to the hope you'll find me in another life. Maybe some hearts are built to wait, to love in silence, to trust in grace. No map can lead where truth belongs, but I still hear us in every song. We're older now, but my heart still knows. Some roots run deep where time can't go. If we meet again, when the stars align, you'll still be yours and I'll still be mine. Till then I'll keep the dream alive, my first, my last, my once in a lifetime. Here I am, the weight of the world on my chest, falling back down. I've tried my best in the moments of doubt, when my heart feels small. Lord, I'm crying out. Can you hear my call? It's hard to stand tall It's your voice that I seek. I'm reaching for grace, needing your might. Hold me in your arms through this long night. Lift me one more time when I feel like I can't climb, when I've given all I have inside. Lord, lift me one more time when my faith feels so unsure and I'm lost in this endless war. You are with me forever kind. Lord, lift me one more time. In the ashes where I fall, you whisper softly, child, just trust, I'm here to carry thee. Though shadows surround me, I know I'm not alone. In this valley, your strength has been shown. Every tear I've shed reminds me of love. Your hands lift me high, like the stars above. I can't rise without you, Lord, it's true. Every heartbeat, it's a promise renewed. Lift me one more time. I feel like I can't climb when I've given all I have inside. Lord, lift me one more time when my faith feels so unsure and I'm lost in this endless war. You are with me forever kind. Lord, lift me one more time. You're the strength inside my weakness. You're the courage in my fear. When I fall, you never leave me. You are always drawing near. In my lows I find your grace, giving hope in the sacred space. Lift me one more time. So here I stand in humble surrender, trusting in your love now and forever, with a heart that beats not for just the climb, but for love that lifts me. Lord, one more time, one more time. Lift me, hold me close, don't let go. One more time. Chicas unfiltered. Let's go. Red lips on, lights down low. We don't hide, let the realness show. Every chica got a fire inside. Tonight's the night, no compromise. Ooh, corazón, feel the rhythm take control. Sisters rising, breaking chains, unstoppable. Chicas, chicas unfiltered. Dance it out, let the world get lifted. Chicas unfiltered. No mask, no fear, we're gifted. Hands high, corazón, let's ride. Queens of the night, can't hide this vibe. Lip gloss, tequila shots, we laugh, we cry. Turning heartbreaks into battle cries. Glow so fierce, we set the tone. Unapologetic, we own the throne. Dale, dale, move your body. Sisters rising, nobody can stop me. Chicas unfiltered, raw y bonita. Power y fuego, nuestra vida. Chicas unfiltered. Turn it up, let the soul get lifted. Chicas unfiltered. Yeah. Unstoppable queen, so gifted. This is our time, our story to write. Together we ride, together we shine tonight. No más silencio, así pico en fuego. Mi voz, mi vida, my soul feels the peso. A journey through darkness, I found my way. Karol G vibe, let's dance and sway. Broken no more, I flip that script. Mi historia es fuerza, I'm built to live. From Cairo cosmos, cause that shine. Every palabra, sacred line. They try to mute me, they try to erase. Pero mi look, I found my place in the rhythm of life. I take a stand, breaking the silence, my heart expands. I'm a moody, fuego en my chest. Hablo la verdad, no me calla, no me mude. Mira cómo voy, soy la voz de las que never had a choice. Gotta get it off mi pecho, dale luz a lo que es nuestro, share the truth. This ain't just a show, it's a movimiento. Stories like drums, boom boom, siento. We heal in ritmo, we rise in verse. Muted pa' siempre, from pain to rebirth. Rising from ashes, we dance in the fire. Together we're strong, let's us voices inspire. No holding back, we'll create a sound in this reggaeton beat. Our spirits unbound. I'm a moody, fuego en my chest. Hablo la verdad, no me calla, no me mude. Mira cómo voy, soy la voz de las que never had a choice. Gotta get it off mi pecho, dale never talk